Okay, guys. Hello, guys. Welcome to the podcast. So we got Ben Carr and Rico Nelson. Introduce your guys selves.
I'm Rico and I got a MMC.
I'm Ben and I got MMC.
Okay, so thanks for coming on the podcast. So this is the second one today. I just done one with Paris. And yeah, that one was a bit awkward, I ain't gonna lie, talking about riffing, but yeah, thanks for Paris anyways, if you're watching this. Okay, so how's your guys' day? So you guys obviously had school, right?
Yeah. Oh, it was pretty shit just because it was raining all day.
Oh, yeah.
So we couldn't go courts or anything.
Oh, yeah, true. Fair enough. Let's get to the first question. I always start with, so what's your guys' go-to takeaway or favourite food?
Mine's probably Turkish.
Really?
Yeah.
Probably BK, to be honest. Always there, open late nights. Solid.
Burger King. Oh, speaking about Burger King, so recently, I went. So the drinks. I don't know. I feel like I'm the only one. Like some other people have said the same, but the drinks at Burger King are they taste different. They taste like sparkly. I don't know. I swear McDonald's and Burger King have done something with their drinks. With their fizzies, whatever.
I feel like Burger King's drinks are better.
Yeah, they are. Facts. I agree with that. But the ice creams for McDonald's is better. Okay, let's get on to the second question. What's something you guys have failed at? Well, I'll go with Ben first.
A lot of stuff. Probably school this year, getting credits. That's tough.
Yeah.
Getting credits. We're currently sitting on 20 credits. So that's tough.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Tell us about that, not focusing on school,
Yeah, taking my mind off. Just focusing on that sports for this year,
obviously I see your guys Instagram posts. I was talking about it with William and Kevin, you're friends with them obviously. With the internationals, do you think that played a part, hanging around the girls, high school life?
Not really, to some extent, but not a great deal.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Any something to do at home?
To do.
Oh,
with. Yeah, you're right.
How about you, Rico? What's that?
Well, this year, basketball-wise, when I was in the senior A team, I probably didn't probably try to score myself a lot more. I usually just pass the ball a lot more.
Yeah.
And pretty much. Need to be more aggressive with the ball, but I didn't do that this year, so I kind of failed it.
Talking about aggression, I'm an honest dude. I'm not the type of guy to lie, but I was in the car with Connor, and he was talking about you, Rico. He was saying that you got to be more aggressive for your size. Got to be more strong, man. Take that advice. Nah, but yeah. Something to think about. Actually, don't worry about it. Okay. So what advice would you guys give to? So let's get to the next question. What advice would you guys give to someone wanting to start playing basketball?
Gotta put in that extra work, extra hours, stay long.
Oh, actually, we'll ask two different questions. So for Ben, it will be different, and Rico will be about basketball. So, what advice would you give someone wanting to join the army then? Because obviously, I'm pretty sure I've heard.
I can't really give you a lot of information because I'm not there yet.
Okay.
Yeah, there's not much. All you gotta really do is pass, the level 2s, maths and English.
Yeah.
Be physically fit.
Talking about army, me and you were talking about to give the audience a thing so we were talking about it. So if you go to the army, I don't know what it's like in other countries, but in New Zealand, you study. If you obviously first of all you gotta do the fitness and physical all that side and some book work. If you pass that, for example, you join the army, you get free food, you get money, and like that money is in a bank account, it gets all saved up,
Yeah.
and then free housing, and like, you know, and like stay fit, learn new skills like
Exactly.
fire making and stuff, which is pretty dope. Okay, so what advice would you give to someone wanting to start playing basketball?
Probably similar to Ben's answer, but you just gotta put in the work every day and just make sure you're improving your own game. Take William Henry, for example. A couple of years ago, he wasn't the best baller, but he just went to Otaki by himself and no one knew about it. So he just kept training and training. Now he's the best in school.
Yeah,
So-
he is the best. Like something I forgot to say about in another podcast with thing, like one of the reasons like I love basketball is like it's one of those sports that like you don't need a team. Like, obviously like you need a team, but like it's one of those sports that like you can like carry a team, like, and that aspect of it like made me really like it. Like you can help without scoring, etc. But like you can like really like basketball's all about superstars. It's not about the other players. It's not about the role players. It's all about superstars. So like putting in that extra work in your own time to like become that better player makes like all of it more worth it. Because then like yeah, but yeah, that's just a bit of insight. Okay, so what led you guys to start playing basketball?
Well, I didn't really play any sports when I was younger, like in primary, but then because I was quite tall for my age, my parents put me in a basketball team, and I didn't really like it at first, and I was kind of lazy, but in intermediates I got pretty good at it, well, decent, and I was still really tall in intermediate, and I just kept growing, and I've improved my game a lot more, and now that I'm actually like kind of good, I enjoy it a bit more.
You are good. You're good.
I enjoy it a bit more just because, you know, scoring is just so much fun, and you know.
Yeah. You want to add a bit more?
No, not really.
Ben?
Me. What led me to basketball?
Yeah, they did start.
Just my brother, you know. He wanted to get better, so I thought the best way for me to push him was to push myself, get better. Better I am, the harder he's working, you know. Always younger siblings, you know, want to be better than their older siblings.
Yeah.
Best way to push him.
Yeah.
And it's good fun.
So like, funny story for you, those of you guys that don't know. So Ben's younger brother, I think his name is Hayden. He plays for the Fiji national basketball team, which is a great accomplishment for him. Like, funny story, like, I don't know a story, but I don't want to take the credit, but
You're right.
I might be. I don't know if this is taking credit, but like, I low-key want to say I played a part in Ben starting to play basketball. Like, so basically, the story, like, when Ben came to school, like, so we would be all on the court playing basketball, lunchtime, etc. And like, so Ethan's, like, Ben's first friend was this kid called Ethan Dryden. A bit of a, he's cool, he's a bit weird. Like, he's like a bit out the gate. I ain't gonna lie. Sorry if you're watching. Ethan, you're still my guy. But like, he would be friends with, so that was his friend, and like they would like sit a bit far from like a group and just watching us. And like I ain't gonna lie, I'm a nice dude. Like, so I might not seem it, but I actually am. I'm like a nice guy. Anyways, so like they would stand in. I would just be like, "Come play!" Like, "What's the play? What are you doing watching?" I'll tell them that, and then like eventually like they just come play with us, and yeah, we'd like do tournaments, etc. But yeah, that's a bit of a story. So let's get on to the next question. What's your guys' unique skill? What is unique skill that you guys have? Like something that people wouldn't really know.
Basketball wise.
No, like just anything. Like, could be like maybe you're really good at drinking wine, like wine tasting.
Nah, probably not really have very rugby.
Rugby.
I guess you could say. I don't really have that. That's all I've got.
Yeah, I don't really know either.
Man, this question's not a public question.
Shit.
I feel like everyone has a unique skill. Just it's a bit of a hard question to come up with on the spot. We'll come back to that. I feel like I can think of something for both of you. So let's get on to the next question. Like, what do you guys think is the most common reason for people failing or giving up in life? Or like in life, or like in just maybe basketball, like just anything in general.
I think it's just the mental strength. You have to have the mentality to continue and like not give up. Yeah, Ben.
Yeah, no, that's what I was gonna say. They say the goal is too far away, and they have to put too much work in to get to where they want to be, and they're just not willing to do the work.
Yeah, I agree. Like both of you guys are like go at it. Like obviously, Ben, you get a lot of stuff people saying to you, and you don't give up. You still go at it. You don't care what people say. Rico, you're the same. Like I think you're quite underappreciated, Rico. Your game, I think you're quite underrated. But you still don't give up on whatever you pursue. So like yeah, you guys summed it up pretty well. Okay, like what's a skill or what's something that you guys are not very good at, I guess? Like something that I guess you would do a lot but are not very good at.
What?
I'm not too sure.
Shooting, to be honest. Shooting.
Yeah, you just can't shoot.
I can't shoot. Can't shoot.
For me, it's probably handles. This is not basketball wise, by the way, but yeah, probably just handling the ball a lot more. I kind of get a turnover a lot.
Yeah. Like just saying that question doesn't have to be like basketball wise. Like it could just be like you're not very good at cleaning after yourself, not good at keeping clean, not good at making food, not good at cooking. It could be you're not very good at listening. Like it's not all basketball. Like this is
Yeah.
But yeah, just anything.
I'm not really good at driving.
Oh yes.
At what?
Driving.
No, I'm pretty good.
No, you're shit.
Yeah, I'm shit. I can't drive.
Like.
I'm a
Okay.
pretty good driver.
So if you guys could have one superpower, what would it be?
Super speed, bro.
Super speed.
Super speed. That's gotta be.
This might not be like a power or anything, but it'll probably be time travel.
Time travel. Right. Yeah, time travel. Okay, I was talking to Paris about. I was like, how would the time travel work? Like, Avengers Endgame or Back to the Future? I agree with Back to the Future. Like, I think that's how time travel should work. Like, it makes the most sense. Like the Avengers one, still don't understand how that shit works.
Yeah, not a lot of people understand that kind of stuff. Time travels are pretty weird and complex to understand.
Yo, if time travel was a thing, man, I'll definitely do it. Yo, like, if you were to time travel, like, would you do what that guy in Back to the Future done? Go back, bet on some sporting event?
I wouldn't go back in time and try to fuck my arm. Nah.
What the?
Nah. Time travel would probably be like, go back to my past self and just maybe help him out a bit, something like that.
Yeah.
Try to improve.
Okay, so anything else you guys would like to add? Okay, so the next question is like, obviously both of you guys are playing at Hoop Nation. Obviously you have your own team. I believe you guys are in under 18.
Development.
Under 18 development. Oh, okay. What's your guys' team name?
A3.
Just A3?
Just A3.
Yeah, and obviously you were going to be on our team, but so you got your fees paid for, so you ended up doing a team with a bunch of under 18, 16?
Yeah, under 18s.
Yeah, so what are you guys most looking forward to at Hoop Nation with Rico?
Well, we got this good ass coach, and I reckon he's gonna utilize me a lot more and let me express myself, and you know, just let me play my game and stuff. And my team, like, I reckon my team's pretty good, but we're all like full of moldies and stuff, and played.
What's wrong with that? Why did you need to mention that, Rico?
No, that's just the thing. That's because our team is like sponsored by this this moldy basketball program.
Oh, okay.
And so that's how we got our fees paid for.
Oh.
And
how did they pick the team? Do they just know?
well, we have moldy tournament, basketball tournament every year, and so it was basically the same one.
Oh, okay.
So yeah.
Is Salem in that team?
No, because he went to Hoop Nation, the Hoop Nation tournament, and that's during the moldy tournament.
Oh,
so
okay.
he didn't join that team. I'm pretty sure he's in. He's in the Palmerston North team,
Yeah.
and they're pretty good as well.
Hoop Nation.
Yeah, what are you most looking forward to?
Just having fun with the bros, you know. Don't really have the most solid team. We got some good players. Got some solid post game. Some potentially good international recruits. But yeah, mostly just having fun, you know. Put in work with Lance. Got that mid-range shot decent. Sort of just see how far we can go.
So who's your team? I think I know your team. So Roy, Baden,
yeah,
Zaid,
yeah.
Tane,
No.
Zaid. Who else?
William Veal,
Mace
Webster,
that's 5.
me, obviously.
I have been.
We've got 2 more. We got
Blaze.
no, Blaze, not Blaze. Joel Price, and Sam from Auckland.
Sam. Okay. Oh, the one in the 18.
He's from Auckland.
Oh, okay.
He's a good baller straight out of
Oh,
Auckland.
okay. No, I ain't gonna lie. I don't think you guys will win the game. With that team, those dudes, most of your team, Baden. I think you're in the B team. Yeah, you're in the B team. But Baden, Joel. Is it William Veal? I think they're all in the social team. I don't think, and Roy. I feel like I've seen Roy play. Does he even know how to play basketball?
Oh,
Can you make layups?
Yeah, but he's just awkward. He looks unco.
He's a beginner, bro. He's got some potential there.
Maybe you guys might get the luck of the draw and get to play some teams at the similar level. It'll be still fun to watch, and guess you guys will have some fun being there. But yeah, it's not all about winning, guys. Yeah. Okay, next question. Okay, who's the toughest player you guys have had to guard in basketball?
Well, in some scrimmages I took out Shalom Broughton, and so that was ridiculous. But in nationals for reps, I had to mark this guy called Tafara, and he goes to Scots College, I think. And with the University of Wellington team, and he was pretty hard to guard. He's just like KD. He's so good.
Yo.
Can he shoot?
Yeah.
Oh. How about you?
Me? I don't know. We played our B team last year. Probably played Nabil, but he was.
Did you actually play Nabil?
Yeah, we played Nabil last year.
Damn.
It was alright. But probably William Henry in the scrimmages, because I always put on the older people's team, and they don't want to guard William Henry, so yeah, he's tough.
Talking about Shalom, if I'm honest, but no disrespect to Shalom, but I'm an honest dude, you know me, I'll say what I have to say, but the thing with Shalom is, if you put, for example, if you put, made me bigger, stronger, if you made me an adult at his height, I don't think he would be as hard to guard, because like he's more power and athleticism with Shalom. Like obviously, if you put me on there, like I'm gonna struggle to guard him because like look at me and look at him. Like the dude's like what 6'7" with like unreal athleticism. Like in my opinion, like probably like Jeremy, like some of the hardest players I've had to guard is like William, Jeremy. Yeah, I reckon like those dudes are like some of the hardest dudes to guard in my opinion, just skill wise. They've got like they're just hard. I think they're tough covers, but yeah. Like with Shalom, like if I was guarding him, I'd just sag if I'm honest. He can't really shoot. Like, did he make one jumper in nationals, like in the final? No disrespect, Shalom. I'm just being honest. I ain't gonna sugarcoat it and be like, oh, you know, he ain't got that Kyrie package. So next question. Cause so like, I'll ask Ben first. So I've heard rumors that you got a girlfriend with like an international girl.
Yeah.
Just tell us a bit about that.
Like what?
Like like how'd you meet her? Like
Just at a party. Ned. Ned. Good old Ned. Throwing a party.
Yeah.
Internationals pulled up.
Yeah. So like, quick question, like maybe the audience would want to know, like, is she going back to her country?
Italy.
When?
December. November.
This year?
Yep.
Oh, okay. So like, are you planning on continuing that, or like probably?
I'm going back to Fiji the day before.
Oh, really?
So we'll see what happens.
Like, are you going back to Fiji to? Oh, we'll get to that actually. Okay, so Rico, I've also heard I don't know who it was. I forgot. So tell us about your love life. Like, obviously it's high school with the athletes comes the girls, the followers, you know, the Instagram followers, and like usually girls like a tall guy, like, you know, like girls like tall guys, girls like big buff guys, like, and there's just scrawny me. But yeah, tell us about that.
I don't know, it's kind of random. I kind of don't really have a relationship right now, but probably won't have like a real serious one anytime soon, just because. Basketball, trying to focus on basketball and moving schools as well.
So we'll get to that.
Yeah.
So yeah. So you're not talking to anyone at the moment?
Yeah.
Just rather keep it to yourself?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, so tell me about school, like what's up with school? Like
What? What do you mean?
The courts or
like just like
lives.
school in general, like what's the drama like? What are the teachers like? Tell me about that.
What, the drama?
Like I guess so, like
There isn't really much drama going on now, because school's finishing.
Yeah.
Well, we got 2 weeks left. Or two.
Teachers are all pretty chill now. They just say, just do what the fuck you want.
Exactly.
No, they don't say that, but they just get you to
the standard too.
Yeah.
and crap. And like at school, the courts and stuff, it's just same old, just shooting around and mucking around and doing whatever.
So like, do you guys still do like? So obviously, when I was there, like we used to play like freeze. Like, do you guys still do that?
Yeah, but it's
Not as often.
not as often, and when we do, there are only sometimes when we actually are really serious.
Oh.
And it's only if we have like 3 or 4 teams when we actually get pretty serious, and when teams are even and stuff.
Damn, I ain't even gonna lie, y'all. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like when I left that school just turned to shit. You guys don't do anything anymore. Just mess around with the internationals.
Kind of just died down.
Yeah. Okay, so this question's for you, Ben. So tell me about what it was like moving from Fiji to New Zealand and starting this new school, and like the only person you knew was, I believe, Ethan Dryden.
Yeah.
Like, tell us about that.
it was interesting because, you know, the culture shock, obviously there's a big change from Fiji to New Zealand, more, you know, modern society, and the school is way different compared to, like, you know, just writing out textbooks, just writing for hours, just writing and writing, to sitting on the computer filling out forms and things.
Yeah.
Whatever you, yeah.
Damn, that's...
It's a big change. But, you know, it's alright. Listen, you get used to it, I guess.
Yeah. Like, funny story that Ben told me actually. So, in Fiji, like, he was telling me that, like, if you're white, like, like, this might sound, I don't know if this might sound racist, but, like, Fiji's, like, dark-skinned. Like, a lot of the people there are, like, dark-skinned, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like, and apparently, like, if you go there and you're white, like, obviously I'm, like, a light-skinned, I'm a dark-skinned dude, like, and Ben is... Yeah, Ben's white, and you're like the same as me. I think I'm a bit darker than you. But yeah, if you go to Fiji and you're like white, you like they'll like look at you like you're like God, I guess. Like they'll just be so amazed to see you.
God is sort of no, but it's more of weird. Like, I don't know. It just depends where you go. There are places where you...
Like, do they think you're rich because you're, like, white?
Yeah, there's a lot of expectations that come with it.
Yeah.
Which, yeah,
But,
quite sad sometimes. But
so, do you prefer living in New Zealand or Fiji?
I prefer living in Fiji, you know, just because it's where I grew up.
Yeah.
It's sort of, I feel like I fit into the society a lot more. Not, it's like, obviously not with my skin colour, but more towards... you know, my personality and everything.
Yeah, like, for those of you guys that don't know, like, Ben's like a keep it to myself kind of guy. Like, he keeps a lot of things to himself. Like, another story, like, this dude, like, he got into a relationship with this girl and, like, no one knew about it. Like, no one, like, it was so under the table. Like the way we found out about, I was the one, like, that showed everyone. I'm a bit of a... Like, when I find out about, like, controversial shit, like, you know me, like, gotta let the people know. And, like, this girl on Snapchat, she messaged me saying, look at this girl's Instagram, and I was like, why? And then she said, just look at it. And then, like, you know me, I looked at it, and then I was like, and then it was private, I think it was private, and I was like, and then I messaged the girl back saying, it's private, lol, like, and then she screenshotted me, I think this is what happened, and then yeah, she screenshotted me and then I was just like flabbergasted. I was like, damn, shit, how did he keep that shit under the table? Like, and I think, how long were you dating that girl for?
Not long, few months.
Oh yeah, and yeah, far like, they broke up by the time we found out, but yeah, he's a keep it to himself guy. I wouldn't say he's humble. He talks his toy. He's sometimes humble, but yeah, he's a good dude. Yeah. Okay, so Rico, this question is for you. So like I was talking to William. I think Tate told me. So he was telling me about you possibly getting. I don't think it's a scholarship, is it? Like you. So the coaches or something in Hamilton. So tell us about you possibly going to that school in Hamilton, and what school is it?
Yeah, well, it's Hamilton Boys, so it's like basically Tournament Boys but in Hamilton. And their basketball program is pretty good. And when we were playing against them in regionals, the coach noticed me, and they really wanted me to come to their school and play for their basketball team. And so the coaches talked to my coach and to my mum as well, and I went to Hamilton Boys one day and with my mum, and we spoke to the deputy headmaster, so he's like deputy head principal or something like that, and he just talks to me about, you know, how his son was in that school and he's like playing basketball in Hawaii now and stuff like that. And he said he's got connections with like NBL and stuff, and that's going to Hamilton boys can possibly lead to a
More
potential career
opportunities.
pathway, with basketball. And their team's pretty strong. Like, we lost to them by quite a lot, but I guess it's probably because William was injured and, some of our boys were broke and like that. Yeah. So, they just really want me, but it's not like a scholarship or anything, because I still have to pay like all the fees and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
But you got invited. That's pretty cool still. Cause to like add to what Rico's saying, like Mount College is it's a shit school. Like I'm not gonna sugarcoat that shit. Like especially like coming from me, like a lot of the teachers there, they don't like me. Like I could care less. Like a lot of the teachers, they have something against me, y'all. Like I'm not gonna sugarcoat that shit. Like the teachers, if they're watching this, like you guys might show the teachers. There's definitely some that I like. There's some dope teachers as well, obviously. Like obviously every school, but the teachers know like the ones that they should know if I don't like them. But the Mount College is just a pretty shit school. Like honestly, the only reason Mount College is like a decent school is like because of the people. Like I reckon the people make it cool. Like there's not many fights happen at Mount College. Like obviously every school has its like groups, like athletes, jocks. But yeah, like there's not much bullying, and like bullying at Mount is like it's not really bullying. It's like teasing kind of, which I don't really see that as bullying. But yeah, and if there is, it's like very rare bullying. But yeah, other than that, like Mount College is a shit school, but like the basketball team is like shit. It's like for example, like they came second. The A team that Rico was in, like they came second because there's no competition. Like I'm not gonna lie and say, oh, you guys had literally like even TBC. Like I'm not gonna lie as well. Their team's not even good. Like they should beat them. But yeah, other than TBC and Mount, the competition is trash for basketball. That's the only reason they got second.
TKK was pretty good this year.
Yeah, and TKK, in my opinion, is the most underrated school. They have, I won't talk about that right now. But yeah, it's a bit off topic. But yeah, so I think it's a very good move for Rico to move to Hamilton. It will be a bit hard, starting off. He'll be like Ben, but except he won't have Ethan. He'll be by himself. But then again, is it a private school, Hamilton?
I'm not too sure. I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
Because it's
Is it like in a rich area? Like, have you been there already?
No, I don't really know the area.
Wait, is it boys and girls or?
No, just boys.
Oh, okay. Wait, quick question: is all boarding schools boys? Are all boarding schools one gender, or are there any boarding schools in New Zealand that have both genders?
I'm not too sure how they work.
I don't think I don't think they would, just because high school,
Oh,
all the sex. Let's be real, but yeah, I don't think there is then. There must not be, because I haven't heard.
Depends, they have to be a pretty rich and private school.
But yeah, the thing with boarding school is could turn pretty shit bad quite quickly, just because if you can't find friends and are you scared about that, finding new friends?
Yeah, kind of. But I'm gonna probably come back most weekends and just come back in the holidays and hang out with the boys.
Yeah.
Stuff like that, so I wouldn't really have to worry about that.
Yeah.
And I should be good mates with the basketball boys over there anyway.
Yeah. Okay. So is there anything that I should ask but didn't?
You should have asked about Ben's new rap.
Oh yeah. So those of you guys that don't know, there's a lot of SoundCloud. SoundCloud is a big thing at the moment. A lot of people. So I believe Ben, Tom Woodney, Michael McKenzie, who else? Nah, he's not really into that stuff at the moment. But yeah, they're pursuing SoundCloud. Obviously you released a new single. Go check it out, guys. I probably won't leave a link. Too lazy, but
Yeah,
it's like a I think it's like a what's that rapper called? Ski. That rap you made is like a ski mask rap, right? Like that's the vibes I got from it.
More aggressive.
Yeah.
Though.
So Tom helped you make that, right?
He produced. Yeah, I sort of just went over to his, just used his mic, and then he sort of did his touches around it.
Yeah.
Make it more, up to standard.
Yeah. So is that something you want to do, like rapping? Like.
Yeah, I'm working on. I've got like 4 songs now.
But you've only released one.
Released one. Maybe in the next 3 weeks or so, I'll start releasing 4 or 6 more.
But like the thing with SoundCloud is like I'm not saying like you guys should like stop or anything. I'm like the thing like the rap game right now, that shit's like the hardest thing to get into. Like it's like one of the hardest things just because like there's so many people. Like obviously basketball's the same. Like everything is actually the same. Like everything's hard to start, but like the rap game it's just so hard. Like also if you like people like I don't know like do people ever make fun like of raps like of like yous
Of me.
like not just you but like Tom like obviously like on Facebook I was scrolling down, this isn't about you, this is about Tom, like, I was scrolling down and like I believe him and his girlfriend like broke up and like they shared a post about sounds like something to do like dissing towards Tom and like I just thought that was like pretty like not good, but yeah.
No, Tom's pretty solid. He's got some
Yeah.
banger songs.
Facts.
He's good.
Yeah.
He's pretty good.
You can't stop a man from his passion. Like go get it, guys. If you like want to do something, go get it. Don't worry about what other people say. A bit of a lesson, like people are always gonna say you're trash. Like people are always gonna hate. Like just fuck it. Like honestly, like to all you young guys out there that want to start like I even like call people trash. Like when I say I call people trash, like I'll see someone playing basketball and if I don't think they're good, like I'll be like that dude's trash. Like, but I'm not gonna go say to him thing like I respect the grind, like I respect when I see like people like grinding, like working on your thing, on whatever they love. Like obviously he's working on rap, he like writes raps a lot. Same with Michael. One tip I would give, I wouldn't say to you or Michael, but I would give it to Tom. I feel like quality over quantity. I feel like not just Tom, but Daniel dude. I feel like they're producing way too many songs and just releasing them. I reckon quality over quantity. But yeah, that's just me. So what else? So how's your? So you work at Burger, right?
Yeah.
So tell us about that, like.
What, cleaning dishes?
Yeah. Like, what's the pay like? Are you like happy?
No, well, I mean, you can't really get much for washing dishes.
Yeah.
So minimum wage, obviously.
True.
You gotta take what you can get. Obviously, I'm leaving in 6 weeks.
Oh really? Oh,
Back to Fiji.
Are you going there for a holiday or living?
Yeah, I'll go for like 3 months.
Oh,
and then I'll
damn.
come back in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I can't really get a new job.
Yeah, true.
So
Yeah.
just take what I can get right now.
So 3 weeks you're leaving? Did you say?
6.
Oh, 6 weeks. Damn, shit. What about like? I thought you were gonna go to the army. Like, what about that?
Intake's next March. Oh, yeah.
Oh.
So I'll come back just before.
Oh, okay, right. So like, but like talking about Burger, like the thing with me and Burger, I swear that shit's just like an Instagram thing. Like when I went there, like I expected it to be as good as Burger Field burgers, like. And like I went there with my mum and we got creamer chips and I don't know what burger I got, but we got like a burger with bacon, chicken, I don't know. But that shit was yuck, man. Like, I didn't even finish my burger. Like I was like, what the fuck is this? I just left it. I'm not the one to complain as well. I'm not gonna go say this is a shit burger. I just left because like, I don't want someone to lose their job, you know. But yeah, it was just like I swear, burger, like. Instagram is just go. The burger, like, not gonna lie, the burger does look good. It looks like a good burger. Like, damn, like it's something to take a photo of. And, like people just go take a photo, put it on their stories, Instagram, whatever.
Yeah, always see burger posts.
Yeah, exactly. And all they'll be just like posing with their burger, but yeah. Well, I was gonna take a photo too. Like I was like, and then like I took a, and then like I think I did take a photo, and then like. I tried the burger. I was like, fuck, I'm not posting this shit. What the fuck? But yeah, like that's just with me. So Rico, like, something I wanna touch on about, like, obviously you got a very loving family. Like, I believe your mum doesn't like me, but like we don't get into too much of that. I don't really mind if Nishka, is that your name?
Yep.
Nishka, if you're watching this, I'm cool. Okay, so like your mum is like very nice. Like she does a lot for William and like yourself. Like so like so I believe like you work with your dad sometimes. You and William and like you'll get paid. Like damn, I heard William got paid like $300 for like 6 hours worth of work. Is that true?
No.
Like
No, well, my dad works with Doc, and Doc had all this leftover money of like 20k. My dad set up this program so he could use that money, and so he set up this program for people to work for him and spread awareness about this Cody-dieback disease. This disease that's killing these Cody-dieback trees in the Kaimais. And so all we would do is set up like a little tent, a table, and heaps of signs everywhere, and like a couple of flags, like spreading awareness about the Cody-dieback disease. And he had like over 20k that Doc gave him, and so he tried to pay us like pretty good. So we got paid like 25 an hour.
yo, that's dope.
So and then William would do that like every weekend, and they'll like be sorted for the rest of the week, and then we'll work again and waste that money again. So he probably sometimes we would work like a whole weekend, which would be like 16 hours, something like that. And that's probably when he got like $300 in one, payment or whatever like that.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Like talk about more like for those of you that don't, I already kind of said it, but yeah. So Anushka and Rico's dad do a lot for William. Like they bought it, like you guys gave him like $40 or so, and bought him like donuts for his birthday. But yeah, like you always be getting William with the shouting and like ASB. This guy's a good dude, man. Like he's got a good heart. I wouldn't say he's got a good heart towards me. Like if I ask him to do something, he'll be like, he'll just be like, no. But if it's someone else, I'll come. Yeah, I'll come. Bit of a sheep. But yeah, bro. Like a funny thing, bro. Like so, like when I see this dude like shouting William and stuff, and I'm like, yo, this dude's rich. But he's not rich. Like he's just.
I just use up all money I have.
Yeah, exactly. And then like the first time I went to his house, I was like, the fuck is this? I don't know if I should say this, but like it's not a hoary house, but like I just like walked in the kitchen, like, I expected to see a nice flash house, yo, like damn.
No, the house is pretty old and it's small, and it gets really messy because
you get a lot of kids, yeah. But yeah, like it's just a bit old looking, I guess. The living rooms are all good, but like the kitchen and like I don't really see the rooms, but the kitchen's kind of a bit hoary. It's like quite like it's also like quite small and like.
Well, before we lived in that house, we've lived in the house for like 5 years now. Before we lived there, we lived in Papamoa, and we lived in quite a nice house.
Yeah.
It was really nice and looked pretty new, but that house was pretty old, I think. I've lived in it before, but I've moved around for like the past 10 years. I've been in a couple of really good houses, but we moved back in there, and yeah, it's right because the rent is really cheap. It's like, I don't know, 200 a week or something like that.
Yeah.
And it's because my granddad owns it as well, and so that's why he makes it real cheap, because we're family.
Sweet. Okay, so tell me guys about your guys' friendship. Like, tell me about that.
Man.
Yeah, like how close are you?
Well, me and William are pretty close. He's probably like one of my closest mates.
Yeah.
And well, William used to come over all the time, but now it's Ben coming over all the time now. So me close as well.
Yeah.
And yeah.
What about you, Ben?
Yeah, I'm like always a child. Always, your parents are always like really nice to me, you know.
You like to.
Yeah, his parents are good dudes. Not towards me, like obviously. No one's nice to me. I'm just a good dude, anyways. But yeah. So like, talk about our friendship. I wouldn't like. Me and Ben aren't so close anymore. We used to be. Me and Rico are decently close. But yeah. Like I got nothing wrong with him. Like to be honest, what Ben mostly makes me mad about, like I guess we don't have beef, but like yeah, you got a few call it that, but like what he mostly makes me mad on is on social media. Not from like messages, like that's why you make mainly, but other than that, but I don't even really care about that. But yeah, Rico, yeah, we're pretty close, and yeah. Anything else? What else can we talk about? So what do you guys? Where do you guys see yourselves in like 5-10 years?
Could potentially become like my dad, like an environmentalist, like some sort of career like that.
Yeah.
Or if things go well with Hamilton Boys, maybe NBL or something like that.
Yeah,
Some
that's
professional
definitely
basketball league.
future. Could see. Yeah, I agree with the NBL. Like, you definitely got a shot. I definitely think if you keep at it basketball, you could make New Zealand NBL. I definitely think that Australia or even EuroLeague if you just keep putting in the hard-earned work. But yeah, how about you, Ben?
No, an army, you know, straight out of the army. Probably end up on super yachts, cut some pull there.
Wait, what's that?
Super yachts?
What's
You know,
that?
They're like,
Real big, fancy, rich yachts.
yeah. So like
Rich guys.
solid pay. You know? Obviously, I'm studying chefing in the army, so hopefully use that when I get out. Become a chef on a super yacht. Have some solid. You know, it's hard work for like 6 months, but then it's like 6 months off,
Yeah.
and it's solid pay.
Yeah. For like those of you guys that don't know, Ben like can cook.
I mean,
He's a pretty decent. I wouldn't say he's a good cook. Like he can do his business on the kitchen.
Like, you give him anything, he was just like,
Yeah, he'll
cook it up.
Yeah. Does he cook at yours? Does he ever cook for you?
Yeah.
Yo, that'll be lit, man. Oh, like does he clean up as well?
Yeah, we both
his
help
house
clean up.
doesn't. Your house doesn't really clean up.
Not really.
We have to.
If I'm honest, I could see Ben like. So for you 5 years, I could see you either being a builder or an army person. Like I definitely see a builder in your future.
Yeah, well, that's sort of my dad's.
No, not because of your dad. I think I knew that, but like more just because of your body type. Like I don't want to like I don't want to.
Stereotypical.
Yes, no, I don't want to sound stereotypical, but like you like look at his arms, like fuck, they're just standing. No, it just look like nice big arms and like. You know, just looks like a body like, well, not a bodybuilder. Looks like a builder's kind of build.
Builder's build.
Bodybuilder. And then with Rico, if I'm honest, I can definitely see Rico doing with basketball. It's just whether how far he will go. Like, I don't want to be the party pooper. I'm not doubting it. I don't think you'll be NBA. I only think one person could be NBA out of the people we know, and that's William. But the thing with William is lacks a bit of athleticism and height. He needs to grow in athleticism.
I reckon it's just height.
Yeah.
I reckon you can train yourself to be.
Yeah.
Well, you can train yourself to be athletic, but if
It's not
people
enough.
are born like real athletic abilities, then they will get picked over him rather.
Yeah. Honestly, like I reckon if you push for a thing, you could even make Euro basketball. You definitely could, because your game is quite sound for a thing. You can pass, you can shoot the mid range. Your free is a work in progress. You can make it, but other than that, like your game's like really nice sound basketball. I'd say you could work on your driving game. Like when I say that, like driving to the rim, not like posting up. But yeah, other than that, you've got a really nice game. Yeah, I think we're done. I don't think I can think of anything. Is there anyone that you guys would like to shout out?
No. Shout out Ethan Dryden, Michael McKenzie, you know, on that rap grind.
Yo, high school's fucked, bro. Now college students are gonna watch this. Yo, straight up, get the teachers to watch this, bro. The podcast, like, big on God. Get them to watch it. I don't know what they'll think. But yo, it's a work in progress, guys. Like, if you guys are watching to this point, thank you. Thank you, obviously, Ben and Rico for coming on the show. I might plug their IGs in. Oh, before we end it, Ben, I want to ask you. Okay, so Ben doesn't follow me on Instagram, but yesterday I got a notification saying he followed me, and then I clicked on it and I was gonna follow him back. And then I think you unfollowed me. Was that on accident?
No, that was because someone said something about on your story.
Wow, I don't know.
Someone, who was it? Maybe Butters, Scott Butters. Shout out Scott Butters. Said there's something funny on your story. So I was like, oh shit, there's something on the story. So I looked and I was like, oh, I'm not following him. So
but I'm not private, so they try to make something out.
So I tried to follow you, but then
Oh, okay.
I'm not making. I just had a stupid moment.
I think it might have been like that Bateman thing you put on.
Yeah, it was something to do with baby.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh yeah, that's that's on that's on my
It's private.
yeah.
So I couldn't find it, so it was like.
Baden, does Baden know about that? Did you guys tell him?
I think so. I don't know.
I don't know.
Does he follow you private?
I think he did, but he unfollowed. Bro, I don't think Baden likes me, man. Like, I don't blame him for not liking me. Like, one of the reasons, like, I'm a bit of like, I'm nice. I said obviously I'm a nice guy, but like, one of the reasons that I'm a like thing is like he just does shit that annoys me. Like
Everyone.
yeah, like he says like this didn't really annoy me, but it's still like, but he'll say shit like, oh, I'm the best. Like, he doesn't mean it. He says it in a joking way, but it's still like annoying. Like, just don't say anything. And like on his Snapchat, it's like, bro, I seen a TikTok about this. I showed him this and he like said, lol, that is me. But like, so people would talk shit about him at the course, like about him being shit. And then he'll be on soon, he'll go on Snapchat and he'll be like, take like a, yeah, these dudes should be hating on me. And then it's just cringe. And then another thing, like, this, not only he does this, but this sort of shit makes me cringe. Like, he'll like take like a photo of his shoulder and will look like muscly, like, babe, you've got a good heart, like, take good care of your thing, just something you do, like maybe we'll have to get him on the podcast and talk about, we'll leave it at that. But yeah, thanks guys, let's end it. Might plug your guys' IGs.
Straight up. Some clout.